There was a man so terrified of death that he spent his entire life searching for the elixir of immortality. And while drinking that very elixir, he died from poisoning 2,200 years ago. And his body still lies inside a tomb that scientists won't dare to open, even today, because waiting inside is a river of poison. Let's find out why. The year is 247 BC. A 13-year-old boy takes the throne. His name, Qin Shi Huang. No one knew it yet, but this teenager would go on to conquer 6 rival kingdoms and forge them into a single empire, the empire we now know as China. But the more power he gained, the more his fear of death grew. And from that fear, the moment he took the throne, he gave one command: build me a tomb the world will never forget. That day marked the beginning of a construction project that would last 38 years. 700,000 laborers worked day and night, deep underground, building an entire hidden world. But the question is, what's actually down there? It's 1974. In China's Shaanxi province, a group of farmers were digging a simple well. Suddenly, their shovels hit something. They cleared away the dirt, and a face emerged. Made of clay, but unsettlingly lifelike. They had no idea they had just stumbled onto one of the greatest archaeological discoveries in human history. As more dirt was cleared, more figures kept appearing, one after another. 2,000, 5,000, over 8,000 clay soldiers, standing in formation, as if still guarding their emperor after all this time. And here's the part that still stuns archaeologists today. Not one of those 8,000 soldiers' faces matches another. Every face is different. Every eye, every mustache, every expression. As if each one was modeled after a real living person. But this massive army, it's only the guard. The real mystery lies deeper, far beneath the surface. 2,000 years ago, a historian wrote about this tomb. His name was Sima Qian, and what he described would send a chill down anyone's spine. He wrote that inside the tomb lies a replica of an entire universe. The ceiling, he said, was studded with pearls, forming the constellations of the night sky. The floor recreated the geography of all of China: mountains, rivers, seas. And that river wasn't made of water. It was made of mercury, a toxic, flowing, mechanically engineered river, said to still be moving, even now, 2,000 years later. Sounds like a myth, doesn't it? But the story doesn't end there. In modern times, when scientists tested the soil around the tomb, they were stopped in their tracks. The soil contained abnormally high levels of mercury, levels that simply shouldn't exist in ordinary ground. Which means what a historian wrote down 2,200 years ago has now been confirmed, at least in part. There really is a massive amount of mercury down there. And that's where the first major problem begins. Mercury isn't just toxic. When exposed to air, it can release deadly vapor. If the tomb is opened and that mercury is exposed, anyone working inside would face extreme, potentially fatal risk. But mercury isn't the only threat. Sima Qian wrote about something even more chilling. He described automatic traps built into the tomb, mechanical crossbows, engineered to fire on anyone who dared step inside. Are those traps still functional after 2,000 years? No one knows, and no one wants to find out the hard way. Mercury, traps, those are the dangers. But the real reason runs even deeper. Remember King Tutankhamun's tomb in Egypt? When it was first opened, many of the vibrant paintings and fabrics inside, exposed to fresh air for the first time in millennia, simply disintegrated right before researchers' eyes. Thousands of years of history destroyed in a matter of minutes. Chinese archaeologists refuse to repeat that mistake. They know that if the tomb contains silk, paper, or any other organic material, something that has survived in a perfectly sealed, balanced environment for 2,000 years, exposure to air could destroy it almost instantly. And once that happens, it's gone forever. But there's another reason behind this, one most people don't know. To the Chinese people, Qin Shi Huang isn't just an ancient emperor. He's considered a founding ancestor of the nation. So disturbing his eternal rest, just to satisfy curiosity or for tourism, is to them a matter of deep respect. Now let me tell you something very few people know. While the main tomb remains sealed, a nearby tomb was discovered back in 2011, 52 feet underground. Inside was a massive coffin, weighing 16 tons. For years, it was left completely untouched. But in 2024, heavy rainfall began damaging the site. Archaeologists were forced to open it for the very first time. And what they found stunned even them. Most ancient tombs are looted within centuries of being sealed, but this one was completely intact. The lead archaeologist on the excavation said the team was genuinely amazed by how deep, how vast, and how precisely the tomb had been constructed. Experts believe it may belong to Prince Gao, one of the emperor's 50 children. And if a single side tomb could hold secrets like this, just imagine what's actually waiting inside the main tomb itself. For 2,200 years, this tomb has remained sealed. A river of toxic mercury, mechanical traps, and the deep respect of an entire nation. Together, they've kept this hidden world protected, untouched. Maybe one day, technology will advance far enough for scientists to safely open its doors. Or maybe it never will. Maybe this emperor, who spent his whole life chasing immortality, actually found it. Just not the way he expected. Because even in death, 2,000 years later, he still lives on in our imagination. And his mystery is what keeps us coming back.